Hi guys, Harbir Singh here, and today's video is on how to use Voodoo Floss for wrist pain. Wrist pain is very common. Sometimes it can be spontaneous. We might not ever even realize that we've done something to aggravate it, but often it can be doing things like bench press or any other kind of exercise which puts the wrist into extension position and can strain the wrist. So here's what to do if you get that kind of pain. In some of this stuff, it's called Voodoo Floss. It's a bit like bike inner tubing. It's quite resilient. You're going to wrap it around your wrist like you're wearing a boxing wrist wrap. So you're going to go 3 or 4 times around the forearm muscles, and the forearm muscles are very important because they lead into the wrist. So if you don't address these, you're not going to resolve your wrist pain. Now if you've got an acute flare-up of wrist pain, it's very swollen, you can't move your wrist very much, then you may just want to ice it in the first 20 to 48 hours. And if you've got another pathology which is causing wrist pain like carpal tunnel, then this is not the right technique for you. And then the bit that's left over, you tuck it round. So you can see there, that's the width of my forearm, and you can see how much the Voodoo Floss is squeezing my forearm and compressing those tissues. Now when I take those tissues to the range of motion, the wrist primarily does flexion extension, this motion, a bit like you're doing wrist or forearm strengthening exercises. So the same motion, if I'm going up or if I'm going down, that's primarily what the wrist does. And with this on, it's putting a lot of compression through the joints, and if there's any scar tissue that's built up in the forearm because of an injury, then it's going to help break down that scar tissue. It's also going to increase blood flow to the area. If you're getting pins and needles in the hand or numbness, that's not a good sign. Take the Voodoo Floss off and stop. If you're not, then you're only going to have this on for 30 seconds to a minute while you do 10 flexion extensions, as far as you can comfortably go. We're not going to push it further than that. Take the Voodoo Floss off once we've done our 10 repetitions, and what you'll notice, you'll also find that even if you don't have a wrist injury, this will increase your range of motion in your wrist, which is really important if you find that you have weak wrists. In conjunction with this, if you've got an acute wrist injury, you want to ice it at least 10 minutes twice a day, and you may want to wear a wrap when you're doing any kind of activities. If you have ongoing pain which lasts more than a couple of weeks, you need to go back to your doctor because you may have an underlying pathology. Voodoo Floss is great for muscular type of issues, but it's not going to address underlying pathologies like carpal tunnel or arthritis. If you know somebody who has weak wrists or wrist pain, please share this video with them. I hope you found value in it, and thanks for watching.